Hey YouTube, this is Jimmy up on the mountain. I want to show you this hammerstone. It's in the middle of all this refuse. All these white quarried stone was broken up here. The quarry's up to my left. And this is one of the hammerstones I guess they used to make some of the tools I found here. It's very cool. I like it. It's red. Everything's white that's around it, and it's a red hammerstone. There's one of the tools right there. There are a lot of pieces, a lot of flakes, a lot of chunks, but there were a lot of tools pulled out of here. So they sat here and made stuff, and they brought the big quarried stone to the wall behind me. There's a lot of big quarried stone back there, white stone, and that's like a flake that could be used for a knife. I mean, it's very sharp. Things like this could be very useful. I did find, which is very interesting, some look like what you'd wear around your neck, medallions almost, probably 1-2 inches in diameter, that looked like eagles and dogs with floppy ears, things like that. They made some pretty nice stuff here. It all sits on ledge, so every time a tree grows, it just pushes it up again. It's probably been doing it for a long time. There's a pretty piece of quartz. Where's that a leaf? Oh, that's quartz. And there's a standing stone there that has petroglyphs on it. It's standing on smaller stones. It was placed there, and it lines up with spots on the serpent wall over there. But the cool thing that I found is on one of these red ochre mounds down here. There's my whale, my breaching whale effigy. Right here. And we're standing on top of it. That's the east. There's a giant sleeping here, I believe. Or whatever. See these discs? These are granite. And they came out of the hole there. And they're discs. They have divots in them. It has the 5-sided shape. We find a lot here. And this is what they made the red ochre out of. This stuff. I don't know if they used it, ground it up in these. They are really nice. Find lots of quartz, different colored quartz in there. I found one mammoth effigy inside the red ochre layer. There's a piece of that red ochre material. There's the hole that was started by an animal. And the red ochre is right down in there. You can see the layer right there. And it's about 15 inches down from the top of this mound. And everything's connected. This is an earthwork that goes to that mound there. There's a trench behind it. This is an earthwork here with the breaching whale. That's what I call it. I don't know what it was, but it's breaching out of the ground. facing the east. You can stand on it, it's really cool. This big stone. And in this part of the country, the mound builders built mounds on the eastern side of the ridges up high. There was water down in the valleys down there. That's where the river is. Two rivers meet down in there. And this is the butt end of a long ridge that runs 10 miles north to a mountain. 3,150-foot mountain, Mount Scottney. And the river runs north-south. Connecticut River. And the Black River runs into the Connecticut River down there and runs out behind the Serpent Wall down in the valley about 900 feet. And you can see the Serpent Wall. It's a geoform all the way along the top of the ridge. It runs on ridge. It sits on quartz laced ridge. Then you have standing stones that point towards small spots, small tunnels on the wall that line up with the horizon, the western horizon. You have the white quarry there, top of the mountain there. And on the east side, you have the burial mounds, red ochre mounds. They found red ochre mounds, archaeologists did, in Maine, north coast of Maine, and I believe north, similar. Different types of tools and technology. They were swordfish hunters. But these people seem to like whales and fish and things like that. And even the serpent wall seems to have fins on it, like it's a sea serpent, believe it or not. And the technology here is very old. When I look at the tools that they made, I'm not an expert. I just found this stuff, but they look very primitive in their technology. And nothing sinks here because it's all on ledge. So you go out in the field, you can go 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 inches down and find things. But here, it's all ledge. Nothing sinks too far. Which is why you have this here coming to the surface. The standing stone right there, the white quarry up there, and I don't know if you can see it, there's the head of the serpent right there, and you can see the Howling Wolf tunnel inside the serpent. The Howling Wolf tunnel, the light shining through it. And if you line it up, it lines up on the horizon on a certain day. And for about 3 days, light will come up through the tunnel. Through the tunnel, the floor of that tunnel. And for about 3 days, you'll see the sun licking through that tunnel. And there's other tunnels. There's one that's shaped like a pyramid over here. And there's glyphs in the wall that say things. It's like a language. I found crazy primitive tools inside the wall. I found chambers. There's still all kinds of chambers in there that are unexplored. It's very, very hollow built, and if you tap on it, it echoes. It makes noise. It sings. Well, this is Jimmy on the Mountain. Wanted to show you all this stuff, and I guess I was focused and lost my focus on one of the tools that made it all possible right there, a little round stone. Where they got it, I don't know. It's red, but there it is, Jimmy on the Mountain.